Hi, welcome. Josh Berman here, Big Passive Income. I am really excited today for this opportunity that I'm here to present you guys. Really pumped. I'm going to get into that in a minute. You know I'm not a hype guy, but when I find a great project with a lot of transparency, do get very excited. So with that stated, let me get my disclaimer out of the way. For those of you that this is your first time here, again, my name is Josh Berman from Big Passive Income. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a certified financial planner, and most importantly, I'm not your financial advisor. So please do your own due diligence, do your own research, and make the decision that's right for you. Now, I do spend a lot of time, for people that know me, doing research, digging, asking the tough questions. David will tell you, I happen to have the CEO here. We've been on previous calls, and we ask those tough questions. But again, that's so I make my decision on what I'm going to invest in and what I will tell you guys that I'm investing in. Please do your own research. Please do your own due diligence and make the decision that's right for you. I would never want anyone to tell me what to do with my money, and I'm never going to tell you what to do with yours. All right. Now that that's done, let's dig in because this one is something special. Now, remember, all of these opportunities, they come with a level of risk, but wow, when they would talk about checking boxes, this one really checks the boxes. So as you guys know, again, for ones that are familiar with me, there's a trading opportunity. Trading opportunities I am really careful with because from what I've seen in this space, there's typically been one of two things. Either it's fake trading, so it's a Ponzi scheme pretending to be trading, or it's real trading that goes well for a while, and then one day you wake up and there's nothing in your account. So to me, transparency combined with security, safety measures, stop losses, all of those type of things in place is really what makes an opportunity special. And I have wanted so bad to be in a crypto arbitrage, a true crypto arbitrage platform, but that's actually real. Problem is, from our experience, we're never able to see that. For the first time in any arbitrage platform, but even in any trading opportunity I've been in, even the ones that we're in that I love, that I know are 100% real trading, for the first time ever, we will see live trading, not on this call. I mean, you'll see it on this call, but not just on this call. Every time you log into your back office, you can see live trades in your back office, what is currently being traded by the company and how they're making our money. That is something that I've never seen before. And in addition, we have the CEO, I should say founder and CEO with us today, David Fernandez as well. Why is this a big deal? He's not just a CEO figurehead. He is the brainchild behind this opportunity. He is the lead developer, and then he put the team together to develop this technology to be able to offer it to us. So that's why I'm really excited. And I'm just going to dig right in. So we're going to do the usual format for those of you that are not familiar. I'm going to dig into this presentation. Please save all the questions. You can put them in the chat, but save all the questions for the end. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to introduce David Fernandez, who's the founder and CEO. I haven't even mentioned the name of the platform, of Arbimex. David, I forgot. I don't tease it so they can't go online and research it and do all that stuff before, so they didn't even know. So the opportunity is called Arbimex. Okay. So I will turn it over to, after the presentation, to David Fernandez, who is the founder and CEO of Arbimex. I'll let him introduce himself. I'll ask him a few questions, and then I'll open it up for you guys to ask whatever you want. One of the things that I love about this opportunity is David's the guy. So he's not going to have to ask somebody else. He's going to know because he's the one that really put this all together, the man behind the business. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and we will dive in. Here we go. So as I mentioned, the opportunity is called Arbimex. It's an automated trading platform directed by artificial intelligence. It's a professional trading platform to give users an opportunity to increase their assets stably for bullish or bearish market conditions. There we go. So what is Arbimex? Arbimex is a platform designed for individuals in the cryptocurrency realm who seek innovation and sustainable income. Established with the vision of our founder, David Fernandez, our platform aims to capitalize on arbitrage opportunities within the cryptocurrency sector and make this potential accessible to a wider user base. Now, for those of you that are not familiar, I know a lot of you are, with what crypto arbitrage is. It's very different than regular trading. And the reason is in regular trading, you are buying a crypto or a stock or a currency, if it's Forex, at a certain price, and you are hoping it's going to go up or down. I guess if you're buying it, you're hoping it's going to go up, and if you're selling, you're hoping it's going to go down. And if the market doesn't move the direction you want, you can a lot of times lose a lot of money. In crypto arbitrage and in arbitrage in general, crypto arbitrage takes advantage of the differences in price on two different exchanges. So for example, if you were to look at, let's say, Binance right now and Kraken right now, and you look at the price of Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin on both of those sites on the exact same time will be different. Now, we can't, as humans, fast enough buy and sell on the two different exchanges to take advantage of that because it moves so quickly. But the AI that David and his team developed can. And it scans right now 8 different crypto exchanges. There's going to be more added as they grow, but currently there's 8 different exchanges. It scans all of those exchanges for these opportunities, and it goes into them when they find them. Majority of them are wins. Now, what I learned from this opportunity and really digging in deep with David is even in crypto arbitrage, you sometimes lose, which is things that I've heard from fake arbitrage companies before is not the case. And they said the reason why is sometimes the margin is so slim that with slippage or a quick change in price as things are executed, sometimes you may actually lose. And that does happen, and you will see that in their reports. But again, in the back office, they show live trading. Oh my God, I can't. Just so excited. Anyway, meet the leading man, as I mentioned. David Fernandez is a Spanish entrepreneur based in Spain, obviously, and founder of Arbimex. He is also the mastermind behind Arbimex's artificial intelligence software. He's trained as a computer engineer. David completed his education at the Universidad de Maria in Spain. Sorry for killing that. He worked in software development and cybersecurity for several banks, including CaixaBank. Again, sorry for destroying it. For many years. With a strong interest in cryptocurrencies as an investor, Fernandez became acquainted with the crypto world in 2018. Due to his growing passion for this realm, he decided to leverage his software expertise in the field, laying the groundwork for the Arbimex concept. So they have the short-term, mid-term, and long-term plans. In the short term, they're looking to have a minimum of 15 deposit and withdrawal methods. I'm not sure the exact number right now. David will tell us, but it's changing every day. I know just in the last few days, they've added at least 2. They've added XRP, and I saw something else that they added today as well. So I'm not sure. They're pretty close to, I think, around 10 right now. They're also enriching the affiliate program by adding new rewards. The affiliate program is very nice for affiliates, but is also very sustainable, which is something that is very important in this space. They're going to be launching an application on both Apple and Android in the short term, which will be amazing. Midterm plans, integration of trading bots with new cryptocurrency exchanges. That's where I mentioned that they're looking to be in more than obviously the 8, and then eventually long-term they're looking to be in 20. So how does it work? They offer 4 different bot rental plans that provide increasing daily returns as the term length extends. It goes from 1% to 2.1% daily. And daily, this is 5 days a week. Now, one of the sustainability things that's built into this platform is the company does crypto arbitrage with our money 7 days a week. They use that money that they make on the weekends for sustainability to make sure that if they have lower days, they can still pay the percentages, and it also obviously helps, pay the compensation plan. Now, one thing I really like about this, some companies have different daily pay percentages depending on how much you put in. That is not what this is. This is based upon how long you keep it in for. These are short to mid, I don't even consider them long, short to mid-term range contracts. The shortest one, we'll do this in a second. Here we go. So the basic one is 15 days. So it's 5 business days, right? It's a business day, so it's 5 business days a week. So the 15-day bot is a 3-week plan. So if you want to go in and you just want your money out quickly, you put into the 15-day bot. That's 3 weeks. Every day you will make 1%. That earnings is withdrawable. Every time you have money in your wallet, it's withdrawable. So you can withdraw that every day. The withdrawals come lightning fast. Most of them I've seen are within minutes, sometimes within a minute. The longest one I've seen was about, I think, 40 something minutes. They say up to 24 hours, but I've never seen anyone who's had an hour, even anywhere an hour or more so far. And then it just goes up from there in terms of percentages. But again, it's based on how long you're keeping your money in, because at the end of, using the 15-day bot as an example, at the end of the 3 weeks, you will have made 15%, right? Because you have 15 days of 1%, and you can be withdrawing that all along the way. And then at the end of those 15 days, your money goes back into your wallet for you to withdraw it if you want to, or to put it back into a different plan. So if you move up to a 25-day bot, that's a 5-week plan, right? 5 days a week, so it's a 5-week plan. But now you're making 1.4% a day. That makes a big difference on your, how much you're making every week. It's going to add another 2% to your weekly earnings. Instead of 5% a week, you're now going to make 7% a week. So again, it'll go 5 weeks. You can withdraw your earnings every day, every time you have earnings in there. And then at the end of the 25 days, your money will go back into your wallet. You can withdraw it or put it into a new plan. They all work exactly the same in terms of that. The 40-day plan is an 8-week plan, 1.8% a day. And then at the end of the plan, you get your money back. And the 60-day plan. Now for me, which is 2.1% a day, which is fabulous. Now that is a 12-week plan. But to be honest, because you guys know I always give it to you straight on what I'm doing, right? So I tried out a 25-day bot, and then just yesterday I did a 60-day bot. And the reason why is because I think this platform is going to last for a while, and I want the 2.1%. The other reason is unless you're doing from a math perspective, you guys always know I'll give you my strategy on this, on how I look at these things. So if you're going to do one of the shorter plans, the 15 or the 25-day, because you want your money out quicker, then that's cool. But if you're going to do one of the longer ones, I would personally never do the 40-day bot, and I'll tell you why mathematically. The 40-day bot is an 8-week plan. You'll make 1.8% a day, and then after the 8 weeks, you'll get your money back. Now, the 60-day bot, although it's a 12-week plan, because you're making 2.1% a day, that's 10.5% a week. So in about 9 weeks, you're going to have made 100% of your money. So even though it's a 12-week plan, the 8-week plan that's right before it, this plan in 9 weeks, you're at break even. Then you have 3 more weeks of earnings, and then you get all your money back. So having that 2.1%, available, it makes a huge, huge difference. And again, unlike a lot of programs I've seen, it doesn't matter what you put in. The minimum is 100, and the maximum is $500,000, and that doesn't matter which bot you put it in. It's just how long you're willing to put your money in for. I wanted to bring that up also in terms of how long this company's been around, because this is something that I've discussed on a number of calls for those of you that know me. So we always have this thing about, do you want to be in early? Do you want to show longevity? And I used to believe that I wanted to see a platform last for a while before I jumped in. And what I really realized is because of the lack of transparency that we used to get in the opportunities that we were talking about, that I'm talking about. Now with the transparency, you have, and you're going to meet him in a few minutes, the CEO who will tell you all about how this company started and what they're doing and why they're doing it. And he's a real person and the guy who really developed this. And when I show you my back office in a few minutes, you'll see all of the live trading. So for me, when I know a platform is really doing what they say they're doing, that's how they're making revenue, and there's transparency with, and I have developing a relationship, with, the founder. To me, I have a comfort that I want to be in now as early as possible, because the earlier you're in, the more money you make. So this is less than, David could tell you the exact date, but this is less than 2 weeks old. So we are brand new. So that's it in terms of the passive side. It's $100 to $500,000, and it's just how long you want to put it in for. Every time you make a deposit, it's a separate contract. Your totals will all go into whatever categories, because there's different coins. You can do USDT, you can do Tron, you can do XRP, you can do Bitcoin, you can do, I don't know, there's a few others. So you can make money in different things, and you will earn in that coin. So if you invest in Bitcoin, you will earn in Bitcoin. If you invest in USDT, you will earn in USDT, unless you want to earn in something else, because they actually have something in the back office that allows you to swap between any coin. So if you want to earn in Bitcoin, but you have USDT, you can actually deposit USDT, swap it in their back office, and earn in Bitcoin. I'd recommend it with the bull run coming. So that's pretty much everything in terms of the passive part of it. Now we move on to the affiliate side if you're someone that likes to share. And I used to say if you're a referrer or something like that, but I really say now if you're someone that likes to share, because yes, we have some of my big leaders are on this call, but I've also found that with good opportunities, some of the people who aren't, necessarily consider themselves leaders or have teams or whatever, when they find good opportunities, they want to share too. And there's benefits for doing that. So this one is your team growth. Okay. So the amount that your team has put in total in investments will determine how much you're making on each level. It's a 3-level unilevel compensation plan. So when you just start and no one has invested, you start with a 3%, 2%, 1% commission, respectively, for the first, second, and third levels. Once you have 2,500 in volume, that will go up to 4, 2, and 1. Once you have 5,000 in volume, it'll go to 5, 2, and 1, 15,000, 5, 3, and 1, and it goes down from there. Or excuse me, it goes up from there as you get down. And as you can see, you have 1 million in volume. You're now at 8, 5, and 3, and it continues to go all the way down. So the other thing that they offer, which is pretty incredible, is a weekly and daily dividend. Okay. The weekly dividend you earn when you hit a certain level. So you can see that on the platinum level, you now will earn a weekly dividend. You will see that the daily dividend you earn on the diamond level. What is this? This is every person who have reached that level. So let's talk about the platinum, right? So for the platinum level, every leader or person who has reached the platinum level will share 2% of the weekly earnings of the company, which is unbelievably generous of you, David. Thank you. And the daily, so every diamond person and above will share in 2% of the daily earnings of the company. So whatever the company made that day, 2% is going to be shared with the daily people that are above diamond and above, and whatever's made at the end of the week, 2% is going to be shared with the platinum and above. And that's in addition to these 3-level commissions. There's also bonuses for big direct investments in addition to the unilevel percentages that we just discussed. So when someone goes and puts in $1,500, you get a $50 bonus. These are only direct. So when you have 5,000, you get a $200 bonus. 25,000, a $1,000 bonus. 100,000, $5,000 bonus, et cetera, et cetera. So what are some of the partner benefits? We just talked about a couple of them. This out of the way here. We just talked about a couple of them, the daily dividend and the weekly dividend. They also have a VIP customer service. So when you reach a certain level, you get that. It's on that chart as well. You get VIP customer service through Telegram. And then there's that direct bonus. So we really discussed the daily dividend, the weekly dividend, and the direct bonuses. I'm going to really skip through most of these because I think we really discussed most of these, but there was a couple that I wanted to mention. Oh, is Arbimex a legal company? Yes, Arbimex is legally registered offshore company with its headquarters located in the United Kingdom. You can find their company certificate. Next question, Arbimex is a Spanish company, right? Because that's where David's based. Why was the company established in the United Kingdom? Arbimex is an offshore company. The primary reason for its establishment in the United Kingdom is to be exempt from taxes. As we all know from being in this crypto space, everything's all about, how you position yourself and where you want to be to limit your tax liabilities. Not only are we doing that on the investor end, but, David and his people are smart enough to do it on their end as well. We discussed this. Minimum deposit is 100, and the minimum withdrawal is 500,000. Excuse me, minimum deposit is 500,000. BTC, Ethereum, Litecoin, Doge, USDT on the Tron network, USDT on the Binance network, Tron, and BNB. And XRP has been added, and there's one more that has been added since this presentation was done. How long does it take for deposits to appear in the account? Anywhere between 5 and 30 minutes. I mean, mine showed in, I think, less than 5 minutes. Investment plans we just discussed. There are 4 different plans. And again, it's just based upon how long you want your principal locked up before it's released to you. The longer you lock it up, the more money you make every day. Are there any deposit fees? There are no deposit fees. How can I withdraw my balance? So you just save whatever wallets you want, whatever coins that you're going to be investing with, or if you are a refer or are sharing coins that they're investing in. Because if I refer somebody and they put in Bitcoin and I don't have a Bitcoin wallet in, I can't withdraw that Bitcoin, the referral Bitcoin. So, I mean, obviously you can just add it, but so you want to program in, I would just program in all your wallets. So that way, if you're someone that shares, that way you can, whatever. So you program in your wallet and then you just withdraw, and you can withdraw at any time. There are no restrictions. There's a minimum of $3. There is no withdrawal fee. You hear that? There is no withdrawal fee, and you can withdraw at any time. So as long as there's money in your wallet, in one of your wallets, you can withdraw that coin. And as I mentioned, if you don't want that coin, you want a different coin, you just go into the back office of transfer, hit transfer, and exchange, and you can exchange it to any coin that you want. We really went through this. Multiple accounts, good to always talk about. So you're allowed to have multiple accounts, but there's no stacking. So let's just follow not only the rules that I think should be with any company out there, but it's just common courtesy to the person who is presenting you with these opportunities. I'm someone that even in companies where you're allowed to stack and make multiple accounts underneath each other, I never do that, because I feel like if someone brings me this opportunity to make money, I want them to get whatever the company has decided that they should get for doing that. And I don't want to take that away from them by putting my wife in and under me when it's really me. So in this case, you can have multiple accounts if you want to, but just put them under your same sponsor. I will ask this question of David so he can go into more detail, but this is one of the big questions that I asked during my call with him. How is the security of deposited funds insured? Investments are never consolidated in a single wallet. Our system is highly active, and incoming investments are instantly distributed across multiple cryptocurrencies and exchanges to capture arbitrage opportunities integrated into accounts on various exchanges. Additionally, we have a unique security protocol in place. They obviously can't go into many details on that, otherwise it wouldn't be secret. Fund security is insured by a multi-tiered security system managed by a professional team. And again, most important, that when the money comes into the wallet, the public wallet that people know because we're making deposits there, as the money comes in, it immediately goes out to cryptocurrency exchanges and is used for what they're doing. Not just to protect the funds, but because that's how they make money. If they have to make us 1 to 2.1% a day, it can't be sitting in the wallet that we send it to. It better get into some arbitrage and make us some money. What do I do if I forget my password? Typical forget password. How do you contact support? There's various ways. They have an email on their contact page. They have a Telegram contact as well. And that is really it. So I'm going to stop sharing for a minute to just take a deep breath. I get a little bit excited with these opportunities. This one is one that I just really feel like could really last a nice amount of time. So now I want to go into my back office and just kind of show you what really impressed me, because it's not just this man David Fernandez, who did very much impress me on the calls that I was on, but when I really got a chance to dig into that back office and look at those live trades, it's impressive. Because the instant thing I thought to myself was, if they're using all these exchanges, because it's connected via API key. For those of you who don't know what API key means, it's a way to directly connect your cryptocurrency exchanges, or anything in this case is cryptocurrency exchanges, to your website or your whatever you're presenting it, right? So this is not something that David can, go in at the end of the day and change numbers and fix, things and make it look how he wants to make it look. The trades are coming in directly from the crypto exchanges. And when he's telling me this, and I'm trying to visualize what it's going to look like, because I only took a quick look before this conversation I had with him, and I was like, how do they have so many different exchanges coming in with the API keys? It's because they separated by exchange. I mean, it's really just very, very well thought out and the most transparent trading opportunity I've ever seen. I think it's safe in saying that. So let me share my screen again, and I'm going to go into my back office here. So here we are. So as you can see, as of now, I have, what a random amount, 7,600 and change invested. we make another investment tonight. As you can see, here's all the coins that they take: BTC, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, Doge, Tron, USDT on the Tron network, BNB. That was the other one they just added, BTC Cash. USDT on the Binance network, and as I said, they added XRP. So in terms of, I'm going to make you guys wait for the live orders for a second. So it's very simple on how you would invest. All you do is you go to make an investment. You would join obviously through the link. It's a very basic, it's decentralized, right? So you don't need your real name. You can use a fake name, a stage name, or whatever you want. Basically an email address, a username, an email address, and you're in. And then once you're in, you go to make an investment. Okay, there are your options. You decide which one you want to do. 15, 25, 40, 60. So you decide which one you want to do. You click on next. And now you have two options. Now, if you're brand new, you're obviously going to do, pay from wallet. So that means you're going to pay from an external wallet. So you pick what coin you're going to do. All right, let's say it's Bitcoin. You go next. You put in the amount you want to do. You go make deposit, and then it's going to give you that QR code and the wallet address, depending on how you want to do it, to send the money to. When you're back here, if you have money in your wallet, right? So let's say you've been doing it for a little while and you have earnings like I do, or you have, commissions from someone, you go to reinvest, and now you can see where you have money. And if I wanted to do a Bitcoin, with this, let's just do it. So I'll show you how to do it. Let's do this one. Okay, reinvest. That's what I want. Okay, so I have 152 in there. We'll do 150. Make deposit. Confirm my purchase. And that's it. And if it was an external, it would have just given me the QR code and the wallet address. I'd send it in, and then it would be there. And that's it. And you can see what active plans you have by going to active plans. As you can see, I have a $5,000 25-day bot. I have a $150 Bitcoin bot. I have a $145 USDT 60-day bot, and I have a $2,500 XRP bot. Withdraw funds, very simple. You just go there as long as you have your thing in there. As you can see, because my Bitcoin wallet's already in there. If I wanted to withdraw that, I'm not at the minimum, obviously. But if I was at the minimum, I just go here, click confirm, and that's it. You check your wallet address, make sure it's right. All right, make sure it looks right, and that's it. And that's that. All right. Now what I know everybody's been waiting for. Here we go. So when you want to see what the company's doing, this is transparency. So first you pick the exchange. So let's do Binance. I understand. I think that's one of the biggest ones that they're on. And let's just do Bitcoin, because you can actually pick different ones and it'll do that versus USDT, right? So if we switch to Ethereum, it switches to Ethereum versus USDT. But let's do Bitcoin for a minute. So I want you guys just to watch for a minute. So as you can see, I'm not sure what time zone this is in. I'm not sure if it's in Spain or UK. I think it might actually be the same
UK.
time zone.
Yep.
Thank you. A UK time zone. So as you can see, it's 5:37 here. You can see that these trades were picked up literally in this last minute right here, right? Because it's the same 22:37, right? So these were all just picked up. And if we watch this for a few seconds, you'll see that these trades are gone. Those trades are gone, and now the next ones are in. And you just watch them. And you can see it shows so this is Ethereum, I guess I didn't switch back to Bitcoin. So this is Ethereum versus USDT on the Binance exchange. And these are active live trades that are being pumped in through API key. And no matter what one you pick. Now, sometimes I picked one, and perfect example. And there's nothing there because right now there's no Litecoin arbitrages taking place on Binance. So let's try Binance. Let's try the BNB. And here's the BNB ones. And you can see that, the price that they're selling, I don't know if that's the buy or the sell. And you can see that these are 538 right now, and it just started. This is from whoops. And as you can see, it's jumping as I'm pointing it out. So these you can see are from a couple minutes ago, which is, from what I've seen, pretty rare. I know that sometimes they last a few minutes. Usually they last seconds, and then they're gone, and the next ones are up. And you can go from different exchanges. So if you click on, let's say, KuCoin, let's go to Bitcoin. And no matter which one you go to, it's going to show what's active and live there. And as you can see, I mean, they're pretty active. I mean, in a lot of days, because they also send reports at the end of the day on how many trades they made, how many wins, and how many losses. But you can watch all day long. And trust me, there are days that I've watched a lot. But as you can see, there's nothing picked up this minute. It's 5:39. But just a minute ago, there's a whole bunch of trade. There's a couple ones that just came in right now at 5:39, or whatever time it is there, which is 22:39. 10:39, 5 hours ahead. Amazing. And every single one, no matter where you go to, trust me, I've been in all of these. And it just shows, and they're not the same, and they're different, trade IDs because they're different things from different exchanges. And so as you can see, this one's a little less active. It's Ethereum on Kraken. The last trade that they took was about 5 minutes ago almost. Okay. Well, as you can see, they're trading. It's the same bot or different versions of the bot, but different individual ones that are trading on different exchanges. And David, again, can explain more of this to you. But you guys can see this as soon as you join, even before you fund. You can click live orders, and you can just pop around this thing and click the different exchanges and see what, this is Huobi, Bitcoin on Huobi. As you can see, this is pretty recent. This is from a few seconds ago. And if you wait a minute or two, or not even a minute or two, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, these will go away because they'll close, because these are just live orders. So once they close, so you're seeing them as they open, then they're going to close, they'll disappear, and then you see the new ones open. And they just stay on the page long enough that, oops, I changed the Binance coin without relevant. So there's no Binance going on right now in Huobi. Let's see about Ethereum. So here's Ethereum. Let's see, 2 minutes ago. So it just depends on what the pair is, what the exchange is, what the opportunity was on when they jump into the to the trades. But it's, as you can see, very active, because even on ones that aren't every minute, they're from here's one, they're from a couple minutes ago. So all right, I'm gonna stop sharing because I've been talking a lot, but I am just really, really excited. And I think at this point, it's time to introduce the man of the hour. He is the founder, and I mentioned founder. I use that word for a reason, more than just founder and CEO. He's a CEO also, but the founder to me is much more important, because he's really the guy behind this. He's the guy who, and I'll tell you more about his history, but he's the guy who not only has he's been in crypto, since 2018, much longer than me, but he knows about trading, learned about trading, had a background in banking before that, and took that to, with his software, skills, got the right development team on board and put this together. So without further ado, if I left you anything to say, it's my absolute pleasure. I am so appreciative of you, not only all the messages that I send you all the time when I'm trying to understand the comp plan and this, that, and the other thing. And even sometimes when I send it through my sponsor, so that I'm not asking all the time. All the time, so I have him ask for me. I mean, you are just, if he's not sleeping, he's responding. And sometimes I'm pretty sure he's responding when he's sleeping anyway. But I really appreciate all the, responsiveness, attention, the calls that we had before, where I really dug in with you to learn more about this opportunity. So I felt comfortable presenting to my community. So without further ado, the founder and CEO of Arbimex, Mr. David Fernandez. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Josh. Well, I have to say, I don't know what else to say. so actually, I think in the presentation there was a good introduction about myself. I'm very happy also to be here, and also being the face of Arbimex. Definitely, it's well, I think you call it as well, like it's my baby. And well, I think that you didn't mention, but actually you could see in Josh investments that we are live since 17th of January. So, just recently opened, recently started, but yeah, we're also very excited. As also Josh said, we are monitoring different cryptocurrencies, about 10 of them in 8 different exchanges. We're going to, of course, add a lot of them more. And also when it comes to the payments, Josh, you said right as well, that in the beginning we had 7, we added Ripple, but we added also Bitcoin Cash. So these two were added recently. I think actually Bitcoin Cash was today, probably, or actually yesterday.
Yeah.
So so yeah, we're just well, implementing everything, and yeah, well, I'm here, of course, to also answer any questions.
Tell me about just, and I know I mentioned some of this in the thing, but tell me about, what made you, tell me a little bit about your background and what made you want to do this opportunity. What made you want to put this together?
Yes, so well, as you said correctly, well, I studied computer engineering. I was a software developer. I worked in cybersecurity, in banking, as you said as well, in different banks in Spain. And yeah, as you said as well, in 2017 with the first bull run, just got the word of crypto and started looking into it. Also, the presentation said after a year, so 2018. I started investing, just as everyone, I will say, buying a few coins here and there. And then since then, as you know, I'm a tech guy, so I really got trapped by, the technology behind crypto. And, just started looking into it, reading everywhere, watching all the content I could. And yeah, with that also you start networking, as you all guys here probably. So yeah, met also other software developers, met other people like really into crypto. Then I also got into trading. So I realized that people are actually trading cryptocurrencies. So I started looking into trading. Then I also saw that there is arbitrage opportunities, which at the beginning was like kind of crazy to me. But yeah, everything lined up together. And again, because I like actually to put my hands on everything. Just with a couple of other software engineers, as I mentioned, we just started looking into making a trading bot. There are many trading bots, as you said, Josh. When it comes to trading currencies or stocks, also when it comes to crypto, I would say the more classic trading. And this, of course, is arbitrage, which for me it sounds a bit less as trading because, well, as you were saying, like definitely like 100% correctly that, these are just like buying and sell, but in different exchanges and, taking advantage of the different prices in all of the different exchanges. And yeah, so got my hands into the bot. Of course, back tested, forward tested as well, and until we got to the point that we are really comfortable and confident that it actually makes the profit that we want.
Can you tell me or us, I guess, a little bit about what we talked about, the security measures that are in place in terms of spreading to wallets. So if you want to mention that again also, but even more specifically in terms of the trading itself, what happens if a trade goes, like, how do we prevent, what we've seen, and I know the answer to this because of the type of trading, but, how do we, what is in place to prevent blown accounts or, huge losses at the end of the day or, something like that?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, as you said as well, definitely we have different wallet addresses. We have different, in different exchanges, of course, as you could see in the live orders. So, we are, let's say, present in all of those exchanges. So definitely we have different wallet addresses. So as you said, if for any reason something happened to an address, and now we are not talking only about, blowing the account, because this will mean that, the trading didn't go correctly, right? And we are also talking about, maybe an exchange getting, a freeze, or, we could get like, an account freeze as well. So that's why we are diversifying. We have different accounts with different wallets, in order to make sure that, first of all, trading goes smoothly. Also, to have some deposits as well. Most of the money, of course, is in exchanges for the arbitrage. And
so you don't put all your money, not all the money is in FTX, is what you're saying, right?
Yes. So definitely,
and that's the reason why you do it, right? So if God forbid something happens with Huobi or something like that, yes, you had some money on Huobi, but your money spread on all the exchanges. you take the loss, we move on, and we live to fight another day. Correct? That was what the.
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm.
And then you were about to explain about the trades specifically and how they don't blow accounts.
Yeah, so yeah, I wanted to say as well, I wanted to add here that again, so we went live 17th where, we felt confident that yes, the trading bot is performing as we want to. And we're actually monitoring the bot at all times. So, we are making sure that, there are no red flags anywhere, that nothing strange is happening. So we are constantly monitoring the bot. And also on a weekly basis, we are actually working on it as well. So, making sure that, well, maybe we can implement it as well. We can improve any parameters. So all the time we're working on it. It's not just this out there and, then,
and hope for the best. Cross your fingers and hope for the best, right?
Yes. So no, that's not like that. Again, I really like the word you said before. It's like my baby. So, I need to make sure that,
that your baby's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And also something I wanted to mention, and tell me if I'm correct here, just because people who aren't as familiar with arbitrage trading, the nature of high frequency arbitrage trading is also very small trades, right? So when a trade goes bad, you're not losing a lot of money. And you also told me something the other day that if a certain bot, because remember there's different bots on the different exchanges, if a certain bot takes a few losses in a row, that bot will shut down, as there'll be the mechanism to shut that down to basically tell you guys, check me out, something's not working right here, and the other ones will continue to do their thing and make us money.
Yeah, definitely. So we definitely have the different systems in place. So to what you said, right? Like if we, well, not we, but the system itself or the bot itself realize that, something is not going well, that will completely hold. And then, of course, we will have a kind of a warning. So, we will be able to see, okay, what is happening? Let's check and let's evaluate and what can we do? Or, we just shut down the bot and, just work on the others we have. And of course, we add them, as long as we go with, more investors, more clients, more users.
Wonderful. I think that's really the couple main things that I wanted to at least get the, start with, get the ball rolling. I recognize a lot of these names, and some of them have some really, really big mouths. So I'm hoping that some of them are going to. So I'm going to open it up for questions, and I meant that in a very positive way because I have a big mouth. I didn't mean that I meant like, I think what's happened over the last, couple of years in this space is we've seen that there's a lot of garbage in this space. Like I tell people that I think 98 to 99% of the stuff in this space is garbage. It's crap. But I think in between all the crap, there's some diamonds, and it's just about finding those, right opportunities. And I think we have one here. Again, we never know what's going to happen, but we believe that this thing is built, to last. And with the terms of the contracts, you get your money out as quick as you want to for the most part. I mean, 3 weeks, if you want to just keep running 3 weeks, 1% a day, I mean, where can you get those kind of returns? And every 3 weeks you get your money back, you reassess the situation, and then you take it from there. For me, I have more confidence in the opportunity. So, for now, I'm going to do mostly 60 days because I want the 2.1s. I want the high returns. And can I assume, I never asked this question, but it just kind of popped in my head as I'm doing it. Can I assume that the reason why you're able to offer a higher percentage when it's in there longer is because of the longer the money's in there, it's your overall average amount, right? Like if your amount's only in there for 3 weeks and you have a week where you're only doing a little over 1%, well, thank God you're only giving 1%. But if it's in there for 12 weeks and you have a week or two where you're only making a little more than 1%, but you have a few weeks where, from what I've seen, a lot of days you're making 3% and more, it makes up for those other ones, and that's how you feel confident that you can still pay that percentage. Is that correct?
Something yeah. So and actually that's something that if you go to our Twitter in probably, I mean, Josh, I think in Telegram also we are updating this. On the second day, so I think that now, now you can see the one from Friday, so you can see what was the profit rate. So I think that for the last week, the minimum has been like 2.3, maybe
Yep.
2.30, right?
Yep.
And then, you know, we have had also days of 3%. So definitely. And also, I think that, you know, it's also, we want to kind of, I mean, we give back value to money. So it's clear that, you know, if you are depositing your money, locking your money for 15 days, you know, well, you will get the 1% return, which is great. But well, if you decide to make it like for longer time, then well, we want also to give you a bigger
Incentive.
return, because, you know, we are also using that, because, you know, it's 60 days, but you say it's like about 12 weeks. So we have actually 12 weekends that we are also
24 days that you're able to make money on our money that will help make you money and help the platform be sustainable. And that's something that I want to mention too, that I like that you said when we were talking about this, and I said, well, what is that, you know, built in for? And you said, well, so we can make money too. And I just thought it was so real and honest that, you know, like companies sometimes come on these things and they were like, oh, we're just doing this because we want people to, yes, David has good, you know, intentions on why he's doing this. He wants people to have a reliable way to make passive income, but he also wants to make money for himself and his team too. So that's what's, you know, it's real, it's honest, but I think that's when everybody wins. And I think that this is, I'm just really, really excited. Just really excited. So anyway, without further ado, I want to open this up to questions. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat or raise your hand and we can unmute you. JJ, you're up.
Okay. Oh, what's going on, everybody? All right. So, appreciate you guys for all the information. This seems very intriguing and, you know, promising. But, you know, we've seen this before. You know what I mean? So, you know, thank you to Scott for bringing me into this. You know, he knows what I'm capable of doing as far as, you know, things that I believe in, as far as, you know, just running up the plays. But, you know, what makes this different, you know, between everything else that we've seen over, you know, over the years, you know, that have been here for 2, 3, 4, 5 months? And, you know, what do you guys honestly think? Well, obviously you guys obviously believe in it, but what makes this different than, you know, everything else that we've seen over the past couple years? That's my main question.
David, I'm going to answer it first, and then if there's anything that you want to, you know, add, feel free. So for me, it's about transparency. I have seen public executives. In most cases, public executives are figureheads. They're CEOs that were put in place that aren't really the man behind it. If you have, because JJ, I know who you are, and I know your trading experience. If you ask some serious trading questions to David, he will answer your questions because he really does this, right? So that's part of it for me also is I believe in him. But I don't know if you were on, because I saw you hop on a little bit late. When I was in my back office, they show live trading in the back office. I have never seen that in any opportunity in this space. Now, I'm in trading opportunities that I 100% know are real, and I still don't see live trading in the back office. We get reports or we get this. We've seen maybe under certain calls they may show it, but literally every minute of every day, you can see what the company is trading in the back office. To me, it doesn't get more transparent than that. And the results back up the returns, right? So as David mentioned, it's in the time that I've been in, it's been they've been making somewhere between 2.3 and 3 plus every single day. And they're paying people 1 to 2.1 a day. So they're really trading, they're really getting the returns, and the returns are what's paying the returns, not people paying the returns. I think most of these things, you and I have been in a bunch of crap that we both been in. I know, you know, IPC and, you know, those back in the day, right? But that wasn't real. There was, you know, it wasn't real. They showed you reports, they showed you things, but it wasn't real. So this is an API key pumped in from the exchanges showing the real trading. To me, it doesn't. And again, that the results pay the returns. If they were showing at the end of the day they're making 0.6% to 1%, I'd be like, well, how the hell are you paying these? But they're doing 2+%, 3+% on many of the days. So, all right, Bright, my man, you're up.
Hi, Josh.
How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I always enjoy your presentation, you know, the way you just You make it look so nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
David, this goes to David, right? I have seen just showed us the back office just now, right? And the live trades that we are looking at. That is brilliant. But I know you are trading on different exchanges. Am I correct? About 8 now.
Yeah.
So the question I want to ask you, David, direct question to you, right? See, each of those trades that is being carried out, can we confirm that from the exchange? Say if I go to Binance, for example, can I confirm one of your arbitrage trade that you executed?
So, I mean, yes. So actually you can go to the exchange and look at the chart. And of course, you can check the time of the trade. And yeah, I mean, you can definitely like monitor the trades and check like, this is the price at the time. So definitely you can do that. Actually, Josh, when you were answering, I think that JJ, actually, I also got a problem with my connection and I couldn't hear any of you. And then we jump already to the next one. So I wanted to add actually on what Josh said. And actually, one thing that also JJ said that I think that, I really like that too. So first of all, I mean, I think that guys, whatever I tell you at the end is you who decide, right? So I'm being very transparent here. I know what other companies have done. I know what has happened, and I know what can happen, of course, with all of the companies. And at the end, I think that again, you go with your gut. All of the investment are risky, but from our side, well, I think as you know, we want to be very transparent. We are very transparent, I believe. We want, as JJ said, like we want to feel like this is home. Something that other word that I was saying, like when jumping on other calls, is that we really want this to feel like a community. So we don't want you just to put your money in, come back after 15 days and reinvest or withdraw, after 60 days. We want that you will be part of Arbimex. I think that also the communication that we are having right now. So with yours, for instance, and other leaders as well. Well, as he said before, it's just constant, and we want to keep it that way. We would like to have also some update calls from time to time. So we really want to be there, and we want to keep that communication open. And yeah, I think that another point is something that we are very excited about, but of course this will take time. It's also about developing our Arbimex token, which will give you guys, all of the users or the clients, also power when it comes to the platform itself. And well, and the last point, also when it comes to working with all of you, we want to work with all of you. We want to be close to all of you because we want advice from you too. We want to know what you're thinking. We want to know what maybe you will have some ideas as well. And I think that that will be something that will help us too. And again, we just want to be close to you and make sure that we keep that communication open as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, David. But
something I wanted real quick, right? Something I wanted to jump in and mention also, because this is something that came out in a call with David while we're talking about who he is, because a lot of this is obviously being put on, him and his character, right? Because I think that everyone believes that this is real, but then the question comes down to is David and his team going to run one day, right? So, when I was talking with David about this, and I was mentioning how I like that he was a founder who really did this, not just a public CEO who's the face of the company. He said to me that one of his, I don't know if it was a friend or advisor or somebody, said to him that you need to be the guy because you really understand the business and you're a good guy and you understand it, and people will, trust you because you're really the guy. If you just put some marketing guy out there, then it is just like every other opportunity, that we see. I mean, even the ones that have CEOs, the ones that really meet with the people are really the marketing people that are made to be great on camera, and David even said to me, he's like, I'm not the, he says, I'm not the best, on these calls or whatever. And I'm like, you don't need to be, you're real. And I was like, that's really all you really need to be, at least for me and what I think, my team and my leaders are looking for. All right, Anthony, thanks for your patience. You're up, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, Josh? Thank you so
What's
much
happening,
for
Anthony?
putting
How are
this
you?
together. Can you hear me?
I can. Good
I'm
to see you,
good.
buddy.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for putting this together. Thank you, David, for showing up on the call. I really appreciate that. I actually had been looking at this. I saw another video about it. So I'm glad that you actually put this together. And I just had a one question. I learned a lot from the questions that were asked before. But I'll circle back with you, Josh, on something else that I wanted to talk about. But I really wanted to see with the founder, with David, because one of the things once I bring it to my community that they're going to look for is the social footprint out for David. Like, so is can we find information on him that he existed prior to this program and all that type of stuff? Just finding, like, because we live in the social media age right now. Everybody has a social a footprint on the internet, all that type of stuff. So David, where can we find stuff like, whether it's a LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram that you've been around, or anything on the history or anything like that? If we can find that, that'll be great, because my community is really going to try to find that information out.
Yeah, so well, I have to say that actually, I have Facebook. I don't use it. So actually, there are a lot of social media that I don't use anymore. So I mean, I would say probably Facebook is the only one, and I have to say also I don't really like to actually mix a lot, like professional stuff with personal stuff. I think I have to say also that usually I don't know how it is in the US, but in Spain and Europe, a lot of people use WhatsApp for communication. And for me, using that is even too much, because, that's only for my personal stuff. So I have to say that definitely, I'm not the kind of guy who's like, going on vacation, doing 1,000 pics. I do just a few of them, and, it's not even about me. So yeah, again, I don't use it much. I have my Facebook account, which I'm not sure last time, I post something on there. I would say, well, if you want and try to find me, please feel free. But personally, yeah, I don't really like to share that.
And just to jump in and maybe clarify, David, you have a Facebook. You're just not active on Facebook, right? So it's like if someone looks on Facebook, they'll find your profile. It's just you may not have posted in a couple of years because you're not a big Facebook guy, right? It's not like you're not out there. It's just you're not a social media poster.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, because I think that's a very big difference. I just want to make that kind of clear, right?
Yeah. So I have it. It's there, and actually I use the Messenger on Facebook to sometimes talk to some people. But what is the Facebook itself? Yeah, I don't really post like I use. I don't know when was last time.
Because I found your Facebook. That's why I'm saying when I was looking for it. So you have
it's there,
basically Anthony's point was he just wants to, like, we live in a digital world, right? So when people don't have footprints, it's typically because their names aren't really who they are, right? So he was really just trying to make sure that David Fernandez is really David Fernandez. He doesn't care if you take pictures with your girlfriend when you're on the beach and, on vacation.
Yeah. I mean, well, funny enough, I have two friends who don't have anything. They only have WhatsApp. You can only reach out to them by WhatsApp. But well, that's another story. That's not me. But yeah, again, so yeah, I have Facebook definitely.
Right. Just wanted to clarify. And I got a couple questions that it took a minute to look down on my phone. I got a couple questions that people ask me about hacking and security. So I just want to kind of address that, one more time for those of you that might have missed it. What's most important is that when the money comes into the wallets, so like there's a Bitcoin wallet, there's, like all the different wallets of the company, which is the wallet addresses that are what we call public facing, right, that we can see. When the money comes into that wallet, it gets moved into the crypto exchanges almost immediately as possible, not just to protect our funds, but because we have to put those funds to work for us if we're ever going to make any money, right? Because they got to pay us every day. So if he doesn't move it over right away, it's not going to be able to be used in arbitrage to actually make us money. They have to pay us. So, so that's that. And in terms of hacking and a site being hacked, because this is a question that I asked David as well, and a couple people texted me, so I wanted to address it, and I'll give the answer that David gave, and you can follow up if I didn't explain it properly or whatnot. But basically, if there's ever a hacking, like, first of all, there is extra security and special security that he can't tell us about on the website itself. But the important part is that no money is actually housed on the website itself. So if, God forbid, there was a website hacking, it would not affect our money in any way. And the worst case scenario, if they lost control of the URL, was they would just put up a new URL with the website. Because again, the website is just the public appearance of what you see of Arbimex. The money, once you deposit it, is already in crypto exchanges making you money. Did I phrase that well, David?
Yeah, that was just right.
Maybe you got a job for me. All right. Yeah, I mean, listen, people are talking about other platforms and people, CEOs that have done other things. Listen, if you've been burned in too many things and you don't trust anybody anymore, then don't invest in these things anymore. I mean, that's really, for me, I've just refined my process on how I find the right opportunities. And, for me, there's only a certain amount of boxes that something can check. And if it checks all the boxes, then to me, it's worth giving it a whirl. And in this case, your risk is 3 to 12 weeks, depending on your risk tolerance level. For me, that's a pretty low thing. A lot of these programs, you put money in, you never get your money out because it just get earnings. Sometimes you put money in and it takes 6 months or a year to break even. In this thing, you're in profit from day one, and then you get your money back in 3 weeks to 12 weeks, depending on what program, what plan you do. So,
hey Josh.
Yes.
Hey Josh, one more thing, and it's something small and minute, but I think it's something that really is going to help people who are already in this, that are getting people in. There's a calculator in the Make an Investment. And I didn't even know it was there, actually. And I was talking to one of my leaders, and they were like, hey, this calculator thing is going to be lit. And I'm like, what are you talking about? There's a calculator in the Make an Investment spot where you can literally put in the amount of money, the how many days contract you want to do, and it will let you know what you earn and what you're getting back. So you can actually see it for your
and know
own
exactly
eyes.
what you're in store for.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so maybe you don't like that percentage, or you don't like that amount. Maybe, what about another $1,000?
Right.
So,
or what about another 15 days? Or what about it? Right.
Exactly. Very smart, David, to put that there in that spot. Very strategic and very smart.
All right. Last call. Anybody? All right. Good, because we've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. David, I really, really appreciate your time. So we're going to wrap it up now. I want to thank David so much for being here. I cannot thank you for all the, like I said, for all the time that you've spent in messaging back and forth and answering questions. And of course, the last call where I grilled you, and this call where some of my guys grilled you a little bit. So I appreciate, all the honesty, transparency, not just, in the platform itself, but from you. For everybody else, thank you so much for coming, spending part of your evening, here with me. I am very, very excited about this opportunity. Like we said in the chat, we've been in this, for all those of us that have been in this space, we've all been burned. We've all been burned multiple times, but we're all still on this phone call. So obviously we all still want to make money in this space. So it's really just about finding the right opportunities. Are we going to ever know 100%? We're never going to know 100%. But if we can check the boxes that it's real revenue, I think we can check that box. If we can check the box that the revenue is sustainable to pay the returns and the comp plan, I think we've checked that box. And the transparency of David and what he's willing to do with his team and changes with this platform and all of that type of stuff, I think we have that as well. So for me, it checks the boxes. I also like that it's super short term in terms of, you can have your money out in, 15 days if you just want to get in and get out. And if you want to make, twice as much, you can leave it in for 12 weeks and make, a little more than twice as much at a 2.1, which is 10.5% a week. Think about those numbers. 10.5% a week. That is 40+% a month. That's insane in a real platform. Nuts. So anyway, I appreciate you all being here. Once again, I'm Josh Berman, Big Passive Income. David Fernandez, thank you so much for being here. This is Arbimex. Remember, this is 2024. This is the year we go big together. Family, let's get it. Good night, everyone.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.